aka King Penguin, aka King of Pancakes, and I'm coming to you on behalf of Sacred Self Healing Center, where the heart is the center for healing. Understand that when you come here, this is spa day for the soul, chicken noodle soup for the spirit, and mani and petty day for the ego. Understand that when you come here, this is a hard hat area, and you guessed it, self development is the construction site. So, with that being said, if you would like to inquire about any of my services, right? Um, and though coaching, tarot, etc., 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 right? If you would like to inquire about any of my services, you may do so by checking out the description box and hitting me up for a free consultation. Okay. um Call me, text me, email me anytime. Just don't call me while I am live. Okay. Now, when it comes down to the free consultation, have about at least an hour of time ready. Um, and have your pen and pad rest to go. Okay. Uh, so shout out the Nightbot. We in the building. Okay. So um I guess we get started when I see somebody come in. Um, yeah. Oh, excuse me. All right, welcome in. I see we got a couple people. All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing going. Peace, love, health, and wealth. Welcome in, everybody. We're going to get started with a collective love reading. We're going to do two actually. We're going to have a one for singles, and we're going to have one for committed ones. Okay. So, yeah. So if anybody want to comment and let me know which one we hitting first, whether we doing the singles or the committed ones, let me know in the chat or I'll choose. Let me know in the chat or I'll choose. Let me know in the chat or I'll choose. Let me know in the chat and I'll choose. I'll choose. Let me know in the chat or I'll choose. All right, so I'm waiting to see if somebody want to let me know if we're gonna get started with the singles readings or the couples readings. Let's do couples first. Well, let's do couples first. Excuse me, y'all. Let's go ahead and get started. Uh-oh. Let's go ahead and okay. So we have one card come out, twin flame mirroring. Okay, so for the couples, we got a twin flame connection going right now. It says shared feelings, mirroring, and reflections. Okay, so I'm just gonna skim a couple off the top just to see where we going. Ooh, possibilities. Okay, free spirited, adventurous. Oh, adventure and risk. I said adventurous like it was one word. I'm sorry. Um, What I was thinking about when I was just reading this card was twin flame possibility. There is a possible love on the horizon, and It's full of potential. I mean, any person that we meet has potential per se, commitment, marriage. Okay. All right. So this sounded good. So any what I was saying was that any person we see or meet has potential, right? It just depends on really what you're compatible with. And if you solid in what you're compatible with, then that makes for a good time, right? Because then you will be able to weed through and really, pick and choose what it is that you good for. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to go ahead and do a six piece out of this deck. I really love this deck. All right, so then we got soulmates. So under the twin flame card, we got soulmates. It says deep love, unity, and connection. All right, so this person might be the one. So since this is for the committed ones, right? Longing, craving, aching, and wanting. Since this is for the lovers, what I'm feeling here is that this might be either something new or something that might just be, somebody might be separating themselves from the pack right now, or something in confessions. All right. Unveiling, coming clean messages. So I don't know if this I don't know what I'm feeling in general is that maybe this isn't like a committed relationship per se, but it is more or less a situation, a circumstance where either like the commitment is like new or we thinking about moving forward. I don't know if I just contradicted myself. I'm sorry if I did, but I'm trying to decipher what I'm thinking and feeling. Okay, so we got twin flame and soulmates, possibilities and longing, commitment and confessions. Huh. It looks like I don't know. It looks like it's going to be a conversation that's going to happen. I don't think it's something that we need to necessarily worry about happening or want or try to force it to happen. More or less, it's going to be one of those moments where we need to be cognizant and aware of a situation or circumstance because in a situation or circumstance, there could be something, a thought, a word said, a feeling that could happen that can what I would say is that you shouldn't ignore it right now. Sometimes we feel called to people, places, and things, and how can I say this? Sometimes we get called to people, places, and things that we don't necessarily act on that calling. And what I'm hearing right now is that we need to be able to take action, right? So I'm about to go to tarot real quick. Before I go to Pharaoh, I'm gonna ask that you please double tap that screen and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I am doing a collective love reading for people with some sort of commitment, whether you separated or whether it's something new or whatever the case is. This is you're dealing exclusively with somebody for a while. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So we got twin flame energy kicking off the reading, followed by possibilities, commitment, soulmates, longing, and confessions. So what I really feel with this confessions card is that it's not necessarily like, gossip or tea or nothing like that, but I feel like sometimes, you know, it's hard to open up and tell somebody. Sometimes it's hard to open up and tell somebody whether or not you like them or you want them, or sometimes it's just hard to put yourself out there. And I really feel like um the energy in this reading is saying that we don't have to really force things to happen, rather that it's going to happen naturally. I feel like a strong magnetic presence. um it's like what I'm it's almost like the person that this connection is to is almost like they don't really have one particular thing that really stand out. More or less, it just seemed like they just good in multiple areas, if that makes sense. Like they actually have um maybe they just like a good, well-rounded person. All right. So let's go from the love oracle cards to check the current energy to best course of action. Okay. So we're gonna hop into it's not Handsome and Gretel. I can't remember what the name of this deck is, but we're gonna hop into tarot for best course of action. Okay, so the best course of action, the first card we get, and I think I'm gonna pull two cards. The best course of action, firstly, is going to be the Seven of Cups. Okay, now in this upright position, remember that the Seven of Cups represents a situation or a circumstance where a person is faced with choices and opportunities. Maybe they are on the precipice of dreams coming true, and there's a certain level of fantasy here with this card. And it's not fantasy like delusional, like it's fantasy like dreams coming true type situations. You understand what I'm saying? So being a Scorpio card, I'm definitely feeling some love here. However, this card did come out in its reverse position, right? And in this reverse position, the Seven of Cups, I don't know. I don't want to say that this is a bad thing because people automatically assume that when a card come out in reverse that it's bad. You know what I'm saying? Or something is going to be taken away or something like that. In general, peace, love, health, and wealth, you namaskaram. So in general, the Seven of Cups, like I said, represents like being in a space of choices where there's really a decision that need to be made. That's the underlying energy of the card. Now, in this reverse position, it just means that there's little options to choose from, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because sometimes, right? Sometimes when you're talking about having too many options, um, you could choose wrong, right? So then we got to go through process of elimination, and well, then we might need to think about some things and all of that, which is fine, right? But sometimes it comes to a point to where it's time to make a decision, and the question is, are we going to be able to make the right decision? So if we could cut down some, and by all means, right? Maybe we can do this later. Welcome to Sacred Self Healing Centers. Marta Ferry, welcome in. I am honored. Wait, have you been gone off of YouTube? You ain't been on YouTube. I ain't seen you around. Yeah. Sometimes too many decisions ain't a good thing all the time. What up, Happy? Welcome back, Happy. Welcome back. Okay. Welcome back. Hopefully y'all stay for a while. If y'all get bored, drop some what's up, Scott? Peace, love, health, and wealth. Drop some hearts yo, for my regulars and everybody. Can y'all drop some hearts in the chat, please? So we can, welcome everybody and y'all know what's going on. Tough heart. What's up? What's up, brave heart? I like that. I like the energy coming through today. Brave heart coming through. Yeah, y'all go ahead and drop some hearts in the chats. And just so y'all know, that's how we greet each other. That's how we, you know what I'm saying. We don't say too much around here. We just let the love speak for itself. Oh, I like that. I like that. Hold on. I like that. We said we'll talk too much. We let the heart speak for themselves. Oh man, I like that. Yeah, it's peace, love, health, and wealth, everybody. Peace, love, health, and wealth. Konnichiwa, uh, Ning Pao, Assalamu alaikum, Grand Rising, all that stuff. What's up, y'all? I'm wondering if I will find true love. You know what, Scott? I got you, bro. I got you, Scott. Every heart has its story. Yes, come on, talk to him. Oh, we talk to him. All right, look, y'all get me hype. I ain't even had no coffee. Y'all got me hype. All right, so here we go. So again, I don't remember exactly where I was at, but remember me and you was talking about oh my God, me and you. No, it ain't no way. Oh my God. It's a story behind that. Wow. Me and you. Well, me and you, meaning universe, I was solving some things. Wait, let me see what you say. I was solving some things. KP, etc. Saw that you was live and I came to say hello. Well, like I said, thank you for stopping through. And let me say this. Whatever you going through, you ain't gotta go through it alone. I ain't gonna beg you for donations or nothing like that. But if you need to call me, text me, email me, do so. You know what I'm saying? Oh, see, universe, you funny. I think I know why you laughing, and I ain't even catch on to it to just now. Oh my God, I can't believe that you just got me slipping. You just called me slipping like that on live. You don't owe me a donation. Listen, I don't like for people to feel like they owe me a donation. I feel like this if it come around, because people have bills, whatever, right? So with that being said, because of the bills and everything, or life, people got habits, whatever, kids. I don't want you to feel like you owe me anything. But all right, so since you go say it like that, don't talk me to death then. All right, I respect you. You put your foot down. I respect it. You ain't about to punch me in the eye. Only thing I'm gonna say is don't talk me to death. Thank you, Multifairy. Multifairy. Hey, the new moderators that's here, do y'all know the rules for the moderator when I want somebody kicked out? Cause I got a little code word and whatnot that I like. All right, so let's get to the collective read because I'm actually honored to say people actually watch my collective readings and it make me feel so honored. So let's go ahead and get through this reading, y'all. Um, Seven of Pentacles, best course of action. So this is for people who maybe you've been dating for a while, maybe you committed, maybe even if you've been liking somebody for a while, right? Maybe somebody got their eyes on OKP, King of Pancakes, right? But and the current energy of this reading came from the Love Oracle deck, and we have the Twin Flame card, the Possibilities card, Commitment card, Soulmates, Longing, and Confessions. So what I feel is though, what I like to do with these cards is I like to take these cards and I like to mix and match the little phrases and words to kind of get a complete story. So I know it's a little bit harder to do with six cards than it is like one or two or three, but still is all the same. So overall, what I'm feeling here, and y'all can fill me in on what y'all see here too. But what I'm seeing here is that there's going to be a conversation. So if we started off with the twin flame, right? And then under the twin flame, we got the soulmate, we got possibilities and longing, commitment, right? And confessions. If you crisscross them like that, what it boiled down to me is that there's a conversation about commitment that need to be had. Whether maybe we can do an open panel or something, or maybe you and the person you like, maybe you can just accidentally ask them about commitment and see if what they answer is. But there's definitely potential between some people right now, right? There's definitely some potential here, right? Like I said, whether you broke up with this person, whether you um whether whether y'all been off and on, or y'all have just been dating, or whether the commitment is new, right? Whatever's going on here, what I'm seeing here is potential to fulfill things that we've been wanting right here with the craving card, with the longing card, with the aching and wanting, right? We all then one had a taste for a cheeseburger, right? You understand what I'm saying? So y'all know what it's like to want something. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely some potential here. So the best course of action to bring this potential, taking it to the next level, I think we're gonna steal this confession card and combine it with the two tarot cards. So the first tarot card we got for best course of action is going to be the Seven of Cups, which means that don't overthink this thing. Don't don't read too much into it. Don't look for other options. Just take what life is presenting you right now and make the best of these moments. You know what I'm saying? Of course, different situations and circumstances for different people, but in general, we all know, you know, to slow things down, to just be in the moment, to take it in. You know what I'm saying? And the Justice card. Ooh, what a combination. Okay, especially in a love reading, the Justice card off top always scream marriage to me because it's really about the Justice card to me is the balance card. You can substitute justice for balance, right? Actually, you know what? Let me move the crystal ball. I like the crystal ball, but I'm gonna move the crystal ball. I like this better. How about that, y'all? How about that? See, I can't see the screen. I don't be paying attention, so y'all gotta give me. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Still got a little sick in me, but I'm all right. Excuse me, but yeah, y'all gotta let me know. Like, hey, we can't see the cards. We still can't see the cards, anyways. But where my lighter at? I'll turn on the candle. I'm gonna turn on the candle. Where my lighter at? All right. So before I turn on the candle with the lighter, look. Um, I want y'all to see these cards for a second. So best course of action. Like, oh, that's what I was saying. So to me, this all in a relationship sense, to me, most of the times what I be feeling is that uh the justice card is the balance card. So this could represent a balanced situation or circumstance. This could represent you and or your potential mate or whatever being balanced, being able to be the equal yoke, right? When you're thinking about the number 11, it's two ones, right? Coming together, right? So that's when I say the marriage thing, right? Y'all understand? Do that make sense? How I be doing the symbolism? So I don't be knowing because people read cards different, but the number 11 is like a doorway, but also it's two people standing on each side creating the archway between the crown chakras and between the heart chakras, etc. You know what I'm saying? You moving together on one accord. So what I see here is that we shouldn't think too long and too hard about anything in particular, and we need to follow what we've been asking for, what we've been longing for, what we've been bargaining for. And we're not going to get all the answers right then and there, right? So we're going to have to build. Um But I think another way of looking at it is we need to make decisions, um, the best decisions possible. We again don't move too fast. Don't move to this one and that one. You don't know when you'll get married. You'll get married when it's perfect timing. All right. Fairy said, if you like tarot readings, you're in the right place. Talk to him, Fairy. Let him know. Let me catch up to the chat real fast. Very well said. Which part was that you like, Tough Heart? Let me. You got a real picture up there? Let me see who we working with, bro. Tough Heart. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel, cause you got a puppy. Oh, look at that pretty puppy. Oh, you just made my heart melt. Hey, can I give you a little bit of intuition? For some reason, I feel like you don't have to go by tough heart anymore. I feel like I need to tell you that you graduated from that situation and circumstance that that made you have to align with meeting a tough heart. I feel like something I know was telling me, your higher self is telling me to tell you that it's okay to graduate and maybe even reinvent yourself a little bit to something that kind of fit not not what you had to go through, but fit something that you are going to be, the person you're going to be in the future. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Shout out to the pretty puppy and shout out to you, but that's just what I got when I read your name and then I looked at you and then I started feeling in my stomach like what you were saying about earlier about every heart has a story. I'm here to tell you that your story is ready. You ready to write more chapters, but you got to remember that you got the power. You got the quail and the ink and the book is yours. So when I came up with this saying when getting my heart broke about what in back in what maybe 2012, and the saying was that a fairy tale is what you make it, right? Meaning that we don't have to play a role. We just got to set the goal and then live our life. We don't have to be like nobody else. We don't, you know what I'm saying? So, I guess you could say channel, but at that time, I never even knew what the word channel was. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I had that had came to me. I was looking at my ex, and we was talking or whatever. We was going through some stuff, and I was just like, a fairy tale is what you make it. We meaning we got to make the most out of what we was born with, what we got. We can't you can shift timelines somewhat a little bit, but overall, even if we do shift, we gotta be the catalyst of the shift. We can't let life shift us. We gotta shift. You know what I'm saying? You said, are we doing a love reading? Yes, we doing love readings. And you better not give up, because you know what I'm gonna do if you give up. I'm gonna tickle you. Grr. I'm gonna tickle you. And I'm gonna hide your nail polish. All right. So shout out to everybody. 100%. Thanks so much for sharing your intuitive feel. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Hopefully it resonate. Hopefully, it's some Gatorade for you. So in closing on this, so now we about to go to the singles readings, okay? But this was the closing of the collective committed ones. Or if you've been dealing with somebody for a while or whatever, this is it, okay? So again, best course of action is we're not thinking too much. We're not trying to do nothing extra. Remember, the seven of cups upright is saying we got options. We need to choose. Well, we still got to choose. We still got to make a decision. But in the upright, maybe some of the options we thought we had is inappropriate right now, or maybe we've been asking for too much. I don't know. But this card in short and simple represents us using our skills, right? Our mental skills, emotional skills to make a good decision about a path, right? So since this is a love reading and since this is a cup card, we need to make a decision about moving forward in love, right? There's potential here for sure, right? And everything is confirming that, right? But the justice card is saying that bring balance to the situation. Get out of your heart, right? Don't think too much with the heart. Don't be too reactive with the gut, right? Because the gut is the instinct that make you react. And think logically about this, right? Let's think I connect with my higher self a lot. So when you mentioned that, it really resonated. Okay, okay. Um I was just closing with this and I was just basically saying that We gonna have to bring justice to our life, to our situation. How do we do that, KP? King of Pancakes, aka King of Emperor King Penguins. We do it by first of all, um, learning everything we can learn. Not being emotional based, not being opinion based, but getting to hard truths and facts. After we get to the hard truths and facts, then we'll be able to make logical, sound decisions better. Okay, so we can't expect ourselves to just magically not be emotional, guys. I don't know who that is for. Maybe it's for me, right? Because I'm emotional. I'm not gonna lie. I'll cry right now. But 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 we gotta get out of the reactionary version of ourselves and move forward to the proactive version where we build ourselves up in a manner in which we can handle any situation and circumstance, and we can make the most out of this situation. So be like, whenever the justice card come out, of course we of course bring balance, be diplomatic, all of that stuff. But in simple, just be balanced and truthful, right? The justice card brings balance and truth. And when we get out of the emotions and focus on the real live tangible things, not the what ifs and all of that, then we be able to get what we want, right? We be able to manifest that level, right? Also, another thing too, what this is saying, this seven, I forgot to tell y'all, I got distracted, but the seven of cups is saying that maybe we've been asking for too much. I think I did mention it. Maybe we've been asking for too much. Maybe we our standards been too high. It's a such thing, right? Because when you got high standards, it leaves little room for potential. So when you got very high standards, that means you want a mate that's already fulfilled their potential. And oftentimes, when we want a mate who's filled their potential, we need to date older. I know it sounds weird, but you can't have everything. You can't have young, rich, successful, this one and that one, or whatever the combination is that you want. Like sometimes you're going to have to leave some things to potential, but then you got to take the time to recognize and see if that person is seeing that potential. Whatever they lack, are they pursuing better in that area? And if they're not pursuing better in that area, then it is what it is. Well, all right. Well, I'm gonna give you some advice from the very first reading that we had, and I'm gonna say that uh potential wherever. No, in all seriousness, though, you in all seriousness, wherever your potential partner or mate might lack, you got to see what is their aptitude, what is their ceiling in that area. Because there are some things that people is willing to look past, but the thing is that how weak in that area, how important to you is that one thing, and how weak are they in that area? You see what I'm saying? It's almost like a dualistic thing. That's why that justice card is there, because it's a mirror flip. Like I said, that 11, that one to one ratio, that 11 is you versus you, or you and your mate. You know what I'm saying? That 11, I don't know, the sword and the Libra scale. That's all I got to say. If you know your symbolism, then you know. But all right, so this reading right here, really quick, is going to be for the singles, right? Maybe you got a crush on somebody. Maybe you scared to say something. Maybe you just single and you don't know if you want an ex or not. Maybe you just open, right? Maybe you just open. She said, "Oh, very interesting interpretation. I like how you read the cards. Thank you. I like to think that I read the cards very old school, in a very mundane, basic way, actually, to be honest with you. So I got a question. So so one thing that if you ever was to join like my coaching program, one of the things that we would go over, right, is alchemy, the transformation, right? And with that being said, the tools that we develop over time to get us through hard times, sometimes hold us back. Sometimes we need to let go of tools and or add more tools to the tool belt, because no job is hard when you have the right tool. So with that being said, tough heart, developing a tough heart, aka maybe developing boundaries, aka making hard decisions, letting people, places, and things go, situations and circumstances go. Whatever tough heart was for you, what is the new version, right? What's next? You single and happy? Oh shit, I ain't gonna lie, I'm single and miserable. Oh my god, I love love so much you don't even know. You know what? I see why people pay for love. I see why people, because I had an unhealthy relationship with money before, and I didn't really look at it how I look at it now. But I see why people would even go as far as paying for love. You never thought I love love, girl? You crazy. The reason why I'm in the position I am is because I'm a lover boy. I used to be a little thought, but I used to be a thought because I didn't have no love from my mommy. So I used to be a little slut. But deep down inside, I always been a lover though. I always been a lover. Always. I'm very in touch with my emotions and stuff. I just can't let them drive me crazy no more. All right, so for the singles, right? For the singles, the first thing we got is peace, balance, harmony, and friendship. Okay, so I'm gonna wait till I get two cards in. Hoping, all right. Expectant, faith, manifesting. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. I think it's pink. Can you do me a favor? Can you look up and tell me what the pink rose mean again? I did at one point. I did know what the different roses meant, but I don't remember right this second though. So we got peace, hoping, and I'm gonna pull one more real quick. Spying. Okay, so this is confirmation of what I was feeling. So there is either we have a secret admirer, or there's a secret admirer, or either we have one or we are one. Okay. So the piece is telling me that we see peace. Like even daydreaming about this person brings us peace, right? Just being in this person's presence, or just being friends with them is is peaceful. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm picking up. So when I look at the combination of peace and hope, one thing that stand out to me about this hoping card where it says expecting, faith, and manifesting is kind of similar to what we was reading before in the other one, but a little bit different in the other reading, which is that um we're tied to something or somebody, right? Or we're in a situation or circumstance where we could potentially be meeting somebody. But then when the spy card come out, this is basically like the secret admirer card. It's not literally spying, but it's technically it is. It's like maybe this person, or maybe you checking up on a person, maybe looking at some of like their old content, or maybe somebody's looking at like some of your content. And it's not really to stalk you per se, but it's more or less to get to know you. Because especially like in our YouTube world, in the community, uh wait, what happened? Hold on, y'all. Hold on one second. I look at the chat in one second. Especially in our YouTube world, our profiles really don't tell us a lot about our personal life. So you really got to hear a person talk to really get to know them on YouTube. Like YouTube is one of the unique social networks. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a video based platform. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. And you said you're not there yet, meaning what? You're not stalking nobody? She said gentleness and love. All right. If you don't mind, you can you give me like just find me a couple words from like a couple different sources? Maybe if you just go to Google and then hit images and just see what they say, like symbology of pink rose, and then hit images and just give me a couple keywords. Because because if that stood out to you, if that rose stood out to you, then it could the symbology of the rose could be this could be a confirmation where because you conscious and aware of that, it's a message there for you. I'm not there where I'm not stalking and I don't daydream about anyone. I'm not there yet. Okay, all right, okay, that's cool. But what I was saying was that either somebody could be crushing on you, right? And they could just be checking out your social media just to get some information. Or we could be, oh no, somebody donate $1 to the channel so I can get me a new think about Majid. All right. So let's go ahead and crank on to the next one. All right, so we got divine feminine here, okay? So this is very important really quick. Divine feminine can mean a bunch of different things. The first thing that we need to understand is the yin feminine energy. So when they talking about yin feminine energy, we talking about right brain energy. Feminine as it relate to male and female is relatively new when we talking about masculine and feminine presenting. We're not talking about we not now this could be a conversation that is a feminine, right? Maybe that the feminine is the one who got the crush, right? For example. But we got to remember that feminine first and foremost is a fifth dimensional concept, meaning that it's an internal concept based on what dominant side of the brain you use, simply point blank period. So having long hair and wearing pink and big boobs and long toenails doesn't make you feminine. It just makes you feminine presenting, if that makes sense. I'll be back with notes. Okay. So feminine presenting, okay? Feminine presenting. So what I'm seeing here is peace, hope, inspiring. We got divine feminine energy here, right? So maybe somebody has graduated and they got their crown, or maybe it could be a male who's exhibiting the yin and yang balance, because the whole point is to become the androgynous being, meaning that our gender that we born with starts us off, but our goal in life is to balance both masculine and feminine, both left brain and right RIGHT, right brain, right? All right, so next is family. Wow, okay. So fertility, parenthood, and pregnancy. Okay. So uh rejection. Abandon, dismiss, irrational fears. Okay. Let me meditate on this for a second. So peace, hope, inspiring, divine feminine, family, rejection. Okay. So I think there's a situation or a circumstance where it's time for a f- a maybe a woman, I will say a woman who wants who's looking for peace, who's full of hope, but I don't know, am I getting bisexual energy here? Somebody thinking about being bisexual? but they can't do it because they want to have a family? Somebody want love and they was thinking about going with the same sex, but long term there is no success. All right, so that's one reading. Let's go ahead and put that's clear as day. I got that one clear. This what another thing that I'm getting from these cards, light pink symbolizes gentleness, joy, admiration, grace. Medium pink represents admiration, happiness. Dark hot pink symbolizes gratitude, deep admiration. Gentleness, joy, grace. Okay. So the reason why understanding the roses is important because we give roses as gifts. And everybody just grab the first rose that they see, but they don't know that a part of the flower ritual, the flower giving ritual is the flowers carry energy, they're beings. Right? If you're familiar with the earth element and the earth energy and the earth magic, then the flowers are beings and they carry energy. And when you combine your intention with the flower, you give a gift, right? I'm sorry, or I love you, or you look beautiful, whatever, then it is what it is. Hit me up if you want more details. But it's very important to understand that if that role stood out to you, then either those things is something that you looking for, or these are things that you need, or these is things that you need to look for in a person, a character. That's funny you said that, characteristics in a person for a friend or a loved one's character. Yes. Thank you. No, and the reason why I told you that real quick is I didn't tell you that to say that what you felt like what you were saying was wrong, but I was really doing it asking her to look for the definition so she can have a connection with it because it caught her eye. You see what I'm saying? So when spiritual things like that happen, or confirmations, or when things like that happen, it's always best to get intimate with the information associated with the moment, because the information gives you the clues to the story, or the clues to the synchronicity, and it can help you direct yourself on your path if you're able to read the stuff. So I just wanted to say that I wasn't trying to dismiss what you had typed earlier. And the second thing I want to say is thank you for copying and pasting that. But you didn't have to though, but I appreciate it. But yeah, whenever we learning something new, I always like to tell people to look at different sources. And the reason why is because sometimes information is lost, and to get a clearer picture, you look at different sources. So thank you for doing the research. I appreciate that. It let me know that that you take it serious. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely appreciate you taking it serious. All right. So I love the chat. The chat going this morning, man. Chat is going this morning. So another message that I was getting here, besides the bisexual thing or the same sex thing, is when a person it's a person who's looking for peace and they have some hope, but I feel like the hope is fragile, and that's why they moving slow. So if you moving slow right now with a situation or circumstance, or you dealing with somebody who's moving slow, it could be because a person is wounded. They feminine side is wounded, is what I'm hearing. And this is making it hard for them to come outside of their box. That's why the spying card is theirs, because there's chemistry there, but for some reason we just scared to come out of our box. And I feel like there's a wound here. And the wound here to me is confirmed because even though I read the cards this way, I read them like this and an X, but I also read them up and down and up, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um and I definitely feel like there's a wound here, and that wound is going to be very important before we come out of singlehood. It might even be important to heal before we even start conversing with people, to say, I like you. Do you like me? Let's get to know each other. Because I always tell people, I'll be giving y'all little jewels. So if y'all interested in my coaching, let me know. But um, I always tell people like it's important for you to heal those wounds before you actually get in the relationship again. Because once you get in another relationship, the person that you with might be compatible with the wounded you, and the wounded you might be compatible with that person. The people, places, and things, situations, and circumstances we encounter them only because of who and what we are and our perspective and all of that stuff. And so, if we heal ourselves, we might not find ourselves in those same positions because we won't resonate with the same people, places, and things anymore. And because of that, then it's unfair to really try to get to know somebody and love somebody and have somebody fall in love with you because you're only a fraction of yourself when you're wounded. I'm not saying you don't have value. I'm not saying that you can't reach potential, but being wounded and being wounded over time, constantly over and over, it it does something to you. And then it creates blockages. It does. Long story short, it creates blockages. That's why we get people that we call bitter and all that stuff. It's not because they bad people. It's just because they just been through things and they trying to come up and survive. So so I'm about to go ahead and start shuffling for the best course of action. Um, but again, for singles, peace, hope, inspiring, divine feminine, family rejection. Um, Maybe a divine feminine just got out of a relationship and maybe somebody has caught her eye, or maybe her, or maybe she caught somebody else's eye. But again, I think if there is some, and if we are, oh, that's what it was. If we are feeling some rejection right now in a situation or circumstance, I think it's not really a bad thing. I really would think that we being spared. And I really sometimes people reject us and they do us a favor. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes a rejection just mean not right now. And sometimes it hurt, but sometimes we just gotta accept that not right now. All right, so let's see. How can we how can we move forward? How can we bring this peace that we looking for? Divine feminine family. Divine feminine family. Who Somebody is spying, but somebody is scared of rejection, man. It's a female. It's a woman. She's scared of rejection. She see potential in somebody, but maybe she's scared that y'all not compatible. It's like this person get like instant chemistry. There's like some instant chemistry here, but we're afraid of compatibility. I don't know if it's low self-esteem, I won't say that, but we afraid of compatibility here. Definitely. It's definitely something holding us back from pursuing what we want. Okay, so the best course of action for our singles love reading is Four Cups. So this is balance and stability in the emotional realm. So we definitely so especially with this coming after this rejection card, it's something that's holding us back from moving forward. And again, only thing I'm seeing here or hearing is there's a wound. But maybe we've been so used to walking around with this wound that we had an obscure vision of life. And now that we're doing a little bit of healing, we realizing that we need to be careful with how we viewing things right now. Okay, so then the next card we got in the best course of action is going to be the Six of Pentacles. Now, to me, the Six of Pentacles is being like bringing harmony but being judicious in our resources, right? Not going above and beyond, using judgment, not just giving for the sake of it, but given because we see potential, given because, and that's again, I keep getting the potential thing. There is definitely potential here in this reading, but I don't know. Again, for some people, we could be crushing on somebody. For other people, somebody could be crushing on us. One thing that's consistent is that one or both people has a wound, and maybe there's a blockage to the feminine, the yin energy. But if we heal this wound, then we be okay. But there's a certain level of stubbornness that we got to get rid of. There is no way we get that rejection card and then we follow up with the Four of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Because remember, again, the Six of Pentacles is about, again, I don't know. The shortest way I can say it is not, just not over giving. Like in this situation and circumstance, what I'm hearing is that we just don't want to do too much too fast, right? Um, Being smart with your energy again is investing in something that you see potential in. It's about the energy exchange. Even if you don't want nothing literally in return, you still want to do something with the intention. You don't, like I said, we just not giving just to give. But this stubborn thing. So what I'm hearing is that we starting to refill our cup again. We starting to heal cool. And we might be even feeling like it's time for us to step out and poke our nose out there. And I would personally say wait a little bit, but if you want to, then just do it smart or do it under the guidance of somebody. But but the Four of Cups is saying let go of the refusal. Maybe this might resonate with where tough heart at. I'm hearing this might be a card for tough heart. I don't know. This Four of Cups. Because it's almost what I'm feeling is the Four of Cups. Okay, so the Four of Cups and the Six of Pentacles equal to 10. We know that tens is closures and exits, but we also know the 10 reduced down to one, which is a new beginning, right? So it's a new beginning with the new cups that we are developing. But we are denying something that can help us achieve our goal. And I don't know if it's because we just wounded and can't see, or we just stubborn and just don't want to try something new. But in any case, the Six of Pentacles is saying that we have to make use and make do of what we got. There's no wasting time right now. Um, Take your healing serious. Whatever moves you got to make, whatever it is you got to do it. Um, because what I'm hearing is that there is going to be another person for us, right? We ain't gonna be single forever unless we want to. And if you hear 9 times out of 10, you don't want to be single forever. So what you want to do is make sure that you do whatever it is you got to do so that when you do get the opportunity for this next person that's going to bring the divine feminine energy, and I don't mean that we're going to date a woman per se, we could date a woman, but what I'm hearing is that even if it's a masculine presenting person, it's going to be a person who's in touch with their feminine side, and they're going to want family, they're going to want the things, they're going to want the things that we want, but are we going to be ready? That just like having a job interview, but we didn't get our hair done, we didn't get our nails done, we didn't get our outfit, we didn't wash our clothes, we try to scram and do everything all in one day, right? Whereas that you put in this application. You got to be ready. When the opportunity presents itself, you got to be ready to capitalize. And that's what I'm hearing. Like if we gotta get rid of this rejection card wherever that's coming from, whether it's internal or whether it's things that happened in the past that make us carry that energy with us. But we gotta get rid of that. We gotta get rid of that, and we gotta get rid of that stubborn energy so we can be able to fully open up. It's almost like a flower blooming, like in that very first card where the potential was there. It's springtime, not only just in the earth, on the earth, but in love for us in our life. It's like we want love, we should get love, but are we doing what it is we should have been doing? We know we should have been working out. We know we should have been reading books. We know we should have been meditating. We know we should have been doing this. We know we should have been doing all those things, right? And my question is that is now too late, right? What have you been giving your pinnacles to? Meaning, what have you been where have you been spending your time? Where have you been giving your effort? Have you been healing the inner wounds? Or have you just been taking your time and energy and going and blowing that shit at the bar? Like, what is it that we really doing with our time? All right. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and close the collective singles reading with that challenge, man, which is let go of the stubbornness. Oh, and when I said that's tough heart about it wasn't stubbornness for you, but it was the old identity that I was seeing for you with this four of cups. If I didn't make that clear, it was the old identity. Old identity. Yeet, yeet, yeet. You, where you at? All right, y'all. Yeah. Was there anybody who wanted to get a read? So we found some peace. We still holding on to hope. We found some peace. We holding on to hope, which is good. But we still not coming out of our shell. And I think the reason why we're not coming out of our shell is because there's some internal work. I think subconsciously we being held back because there's something that we absolutely got to do that we haven't done yet. Let me pay my dues. I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna say that right now. I'll wait. What's up, Priscilla? Yeah, you can get a reading. I don't mind. Can I have $1? No, just playing. But what's good though? How you doing today? You all right? You chilling? Are you chilling like a villain? Well, peace, love, health, and wealth to you. Let me introduce myself. My name is KP. Some people call me the King of Pancakes. Some people call me King Penguin. But most of the time, people just call me friend. I'm a lover of animals, and I'm single like a Pringle chip. I'm a Scorpio. Actually, I'm a Scorpio cusp. I'm a Scorpio Libra cusp. So my birthday is right after Scorpio start, like 2 days after Scorpio start. I think Libra end on the 22nd, Scorpio begins on the 23rd, and my birthday is on the 25th. Hey, Scorpio, Scorpio. Okay, then, Scorpio. So the green hearts in the chat is how we welcome you. Uh, I'll explain to you what the green hearts mean a little bit later if you don't mind. But the green hearts is just how we communicate and welcome people, greet people, spam. I tell people even if you're frustrated and bored, spam. Don't spam, don't disrespect, but So my question is, are you single and are you ready to mingle? That's what I want to know. Eminem, what up, Eminem? You just met somebody, okay? So have y'all talked on the phone yet? Have y'all been out on a date yet? Like, where you at in this thing? Where he go? Out of state? Out of the country? Did you hit? Did you hit? Did you get his draws on the first date? Yeah. Is the job permanent? No, in all seriousness, I do think it's important to ask you, did y'all have sex? How long did y'all talk before he left? Like how long did y'all know each other before he left? And have y'all talked about intentions at all? Like boundaries and intentions? Like have y'all talked about like what y'all wanted to get out of a relationship and like some of the things that y'all would and wouldn't stand for in a relationship? Like have y'all had some of those talks? Well, you want to sleep. How long it's been since y'all talked? I don't know. That's a tough one, man. I don't know. Oh, that's a tough situation. Ooh, wee. Oh man, that's a tough situation. How old are you? Like 30? How old are you? You, what you doing now? What's up, y'all? See, we got about 7 people in the chat. Double tap that screen, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. You 46. So y'all have had some communication, huh? Priscilla, you out there giving away the cookie, Priscilla. You out there giving away the cookie. So y'all haven't had no contact. So y'all haven't had no contact, but you know when he's coming back. I wonder if he lying. I wonder if he lied and said he going out of town. I wonder if he lied. I wonder if he just wanted some pussy. I wonder if he married. Oh no, man. What proof you got he out of town? I need to know. Something ain't right. My spider sense is going off, man. I think he just wanted some buns. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I want you to answer one of those questions for me. Like, have y'all had any contact? Like, how do you know when he's coming back? And how long has it been? I don't think you answered that. How long has it been since y'all talked? What's up, beautiful keys? Okay, so you said Priscilla. You said so y'all haven't had no contact. Oh, you at work? That's what's up. You mind me asking what you do? You don't got to tell me where you work, or if you want to text it to me, you can. You ain't got to put it out here. But what kind of what kind of job you do? I did. So you could watch YouTube and do OnlyFans at the same time. So you could watch OnlyFans. I mean, you could watch YouTube and do OnlyFans, or how that work? You taking a break in between scenes? Okay. Uh, so you got the High Priestess card, and it's reversed. Oh, you an administrative assistant. You work in the office. Oh, okay. I'm about to say, dang, I thought OnlyFans keep you busy. I didn't know you can I'm just joking. I like to joke around though. I like to joke around. I'm sorry if that's distasteful. I'm sorry, ladies. I am a jokester. All right. Okay. She said, I'm here for asking questions about the situation. Yeah, Priscilla, I'm having I be having multiple conversations. I'm sorry. My brain work a little bit different. Okay, so you got the high priestess. Okay, so in general, what the high priestess card represent is secrets and intuition. Meaning that there could be a message or something like that. So in the reverse position, it represents a lack of knowledge or like a certain level of ignorance or like a certain level of like unskilled or unpolishedness. So in its reverse, if you want a simple yes or no, its reverse polarity will actually be a no. Uh so I'm peeking under the deck and you got the three of cups, which is like a friendship card, not really like a lover card. And then we got the nine of pentacles. Now the nine of pentacles can be a good sign in a love reading because the nine of pentacles represents fulfillment. And pentacles themselves, oh, a pentacle can be a relationship, meaning like a pinnacle can represent a relationship. Like pentacles represent the things that you value. Long story short, pentacles represent either the things that you can either the things that you like or the things money can buy, but it also represent things that you grow attachment to on the third dimension that you can't take with you. In relationships to a certain degree are things that you can't take with you when you go to the next whatever. So the nine of pentacles is showing some fulfillment here, but I wonder if there's a level of incompatibility here. I really would like to know how you guys met and how did y'all end up in the situation y'all was in because it like if you was to like answer my questions that I was asking, it would have helped me interpret the cards better. I wasn't asking to be nosy, I was asking so I can know how to interpret the cards. So the nine of pentacles represents fulfillment, but it's fulfillment as an individual, right? It represents like financial independence, success. It could represent good things in a relationship, but I think it would be like a more surface level, superficial relationship. Whereas the three of cups is saying that this could be a good friendship, maybe even a fuck buddy, but I'm not quite sure if the high priestess reverse is telling me that you intuitively know you have a certain level of connection with your intuition. Maybe you even manifested this guy, right? Maybe he checked some of the boxes that you have. But its reverse polarity is telling me that maybe he don't check all of the boxes or the right boxes that you need. Because remember the high priestess deals with a fully awakened third eye. This doesn't just everybody's born with intuition, but only people who practice and make better is really high priest and high priestesses. Not everybody is just born a high priest and high priest. It's just there's a level of mastery and initiation that goes on here. And I don't see him making passing that test. Maybe he might pass the eye test, but maybe he don't pass the third eye test, if that makes sense. As in saying we not necessarily seeing the future. 69? Whoa, wait, whoa, what happened? What you talk about? Oh, it wait, no, wait, what you 69? Wait, what am I missing? Yeah, you could get a read. Oh no, I'm a Scorpio. You gotta be careful. You say stuff like that, my brain get to wondering I'm like, damn, what I missed? The turn. I'm like, damn, the chat done turned up quick. I say, dang. I say, is that my birthday card or something? Is that my birthday gift? I'm like, what's going on? Is that a birthday gift? You trying to drop a hint on the brother or something? Shit. You know what Chris Brown said? I like to eat. Give me options, girl. I like to eat. Give me options. You hear me? Shit. She said, hell no. What? 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 I went too far? I'll do it too. Okay, twin. Ah! Freaky. That's just how I move. Fast. No more fast food. What's that, Big Sean? Freaky. That's just how I move. Fast cars, fast something. No more fast food. I gotta hear that song again. You ain't know I was a Scorpio? Yeah, I'm a Scorpio. Damn, how that song go? I know that's Big Sean. He be like, freaky. That just how I move. Y'all know Big Sean be talking smooth. He be like, wait, wait. He be talking like a cold player. I think he be high as fuck. He be like, wait, wait. He be like, freaky. That just how I move. Move. Fast cars, no more fast food. Somebody give me the lyrics to that, man. I need to know the lyrics to that song now. Nah, y'all laughing at me. She set me up. Tell myself, she said, KP, you need to put music before your live start like you used to do it. What's cool? What music? You talking about the same song or just different music? You, how old is you again? You, because I know you younger than me, but sometimes when people is like younger than me past a certain age, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't really look at them like adults. Not really like you a kid. No disrespect, but it's like I don't know. You. Oh yeah, you is kind of young. I don't know. I mean, you grown, but you younger than me. I don't know. You an adult, I guess. You an adult. It's cool. You an adult. I don't know. Sometimes I be forgetting how old people is, and because I be putting people in categories and stuff. But I don't know. You grown. I don't know. I don't know. You grown. What's your sun sign? Not your moon sign, but what's your sun sign? You hit me with the people's eyebrow. You ain't never hit me with the eyebrow. You grown. You a grown woman. You a grown woman. You a grown woman. Oh, and you were old. Oh, talk your shit there. Okay, then. Yeah, you say you a grown woman then. Okay, then. Oh, yeah, you a Gemini. That's right. Okay, you a Gemini. I remember now. Well, talk your shit then. She say, okay. Hey, oh, you not. Oh, okay. She said, I'm a grown woman. All right, I got you. Message loud and clear. No, that was earlier though. The me and you thing that was earlier, but that was funny earlier. But you don't know why I said it though. Like 25 this June. That's what's up. Okay, then you a grown woman. Then okay, grown woman. You're old enough to drink. If I had one more drink. All right. So who we doing? I can't even say that right now. I'm about to say who we doing next, but I had to catch myself. So who we reading for next? I got to be careful with y'all around here. That's like a landmine. It's like a landmine. What we doing? That's funny. I knew it. That's how I had to catch myself. I caught myself before I said. Yeah, I had to catch myself. I'm like, damn, I'm about to say that. It just rolled off the tongue so smooth. You heard me. You heard how smooth it came up. I'm like, I can't even say that right now. They gonna get me if I say that. I knew it. I knew it. Caught me slipping. Almost got me. Almost got me. Almost got me. Almost got me. All right, you asked for it. All right. Don't be mad when it's over. All right. So how can I help you? You just want a quick little reading or what? You better leave me alone. Ugh. Ugh. You better leave me alone, messing with that little sliced turkey meat. A quick spicy reading. You sound like you need a spicy text message. That's what you sound like you need. Let me find out. Let me find out you got another side. Let me find out you got another side. Nah, nah, you a grown woman. No, you said it. I'm a grown woman. When you said I'm an old soul, you said basically what you was saying was that I'm a grown woman. I know what I want and I know what I need. That's what you was saying. So it's all right. I ain't judging you. Shit, ain't nothing wrong with it. My only thing is that being open and honest and being open ain't the problem. You just can't be open with everybody. That's it. That's it. You just can't, everybody ain't supposed to see every side of you. That's all. But shit, I mean, as long as I know you, if it took this long for this side to come out, then shit, I think that's pretty cool. I think you pretty conservative. I'm a very conservative person for real. I just like talking shit. I'm very shy and very conservative. I am. I'm very shy and very conservative. Whoa, I caught it. All right, so I think I'm gonna do a two-part current energy and then the best course of action for you. Or did you want the love oracle cards? Okay then. Well, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me go get my suit and tie in. Shit. We about to play some Justin Timberlake. Damn. Damn. Hold on. My bad, y'all. Hold on. My bad, y'all. The tripod failed. Last night that happened too, and I accidentally muted the phone. Was that last night or this again? My phone about to break for real. This bit just keeps slamming. This bit about done. This bit gonna be done for real, for real. You love the candle? Yeah, it was a holiday candle that I got on sale for like half off. It got like a light cinnamon smell. I got like two blue ones and a red one. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but it was okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep this red light one. I want an orange one. I really want an orange one. I think an orange one would be so much better. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep refilling this candle. I'm gonna take like some of the old candles that still got wax in the bottom and all that stuff, and I'ma fill it. I'ma refill this one up when it get done. I only turn this the only candle I use when I'm on live. So do you do what is it called again? The what to call them tantra? Uh Damn, what is it called? Tritaka? What is that shit called again, man? Is it Tritaka? What is that? Is it tantra or yoga? Is it Tritaka? Damn, man, I need to. I wish I can just. I want to know more languages, man. I swear I do. I almost called you by your name again. I got to give you a nickname. Can I give you a nickname? What can I call you? Can I call you? Can I call you Boo Thing? No, I'm just playing. But no, in all seriousness, though, I want to give you a nickname because I'd be so close to calling you your real name. Uh, can I call you Yoshi from Mario? You like Yoshi? You think Yoshi cute? Nah, I don't like Yoshi. That's too long. I got to give you a short name. All right, but I'm about to Google the word and see if I'm gonna Google it and see if you know what I'm talking about. Trickery. I hate Bing so bad. Like Bing is terrible, man. And my computer is defaultly on Bing. Like, and I think I'm using Google Chrome, and it's still on Bing. Meditation, candle meditation. But the word I'm looking for is a candle meditation. Oh, it's Sanskrit. It's yogic. It's not. It's yogic. It's called. Is it Tritaka or Tritak? That's what I was looking for. Tritaka. Yeah. Uh, you know what that is? One-on-one sessions. Tritaka. All right. So, did you want love oracle card? Okay, yeah, that's right. General reading. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna pull you two cards for current energy, and then I'm gonna pull you one card for best course of action. Okay. Um, love ain't on your cards. What? I don't understand what you mean. Okay. Ooh, I hear fireworks going off. Okay, so you got a very auspicious. My guru loves saying auspicious. But you got a very auspicious pairing of cards. You got the Star card and you got the Wheel of Fortune. Um, I don't even know where to start. I might even pull you another card. And you got a Royal Flush. You got another Major Arcana card. Okay, so maybe the candle magic is going to be key for you right now, or not candle meditation. Well, that's why it's important to that's why I be telling people, man, don't just get these cards, but man, hit me up because if it's happiness you want, then it's happiness you should get. And I tell people, don't let money or nothing stand in the way of letting me help you. Let me help you. Right? So you got a very, very, very interesting combination of cards. I'm about to do something. I'm about to go to Chat GBT. I don't really I'm about to go. And the reason why is because I want Chat GPT to really well, no, I'm not. So first of all, I think that no, I'm not gonna do Chat GPT. I'm gonna do it like this. So the star card is here starting off the reading and it's telling me that we are at the precipice of a brand new beginning. There is something, a relationship, I won't say a relationship. I was about to list things. There is something that you've been bargaining for, that you've been praying and manifesting for. And I feel like the space is clear for you to go get that thing now. Whether it's a relationship, a car, a house, a job, whatever it is, the work that you've been doing finally is allowing you to open up this space. Okay. So the next thing naturally is more information on who, what, when, where, why, and how. Well, the second card you got is the Wheel of Fortune. And that speaks directly to what? You praying a lot about your job. So I think the Wheel of Fortune is here to indicate not only that thing, money and things like that is on your side, but it's really big, right? It's not like, like an Ace of Pentacles or something. This Wheel of Fortune is saying that whatever career moves we could be making right now, we could be jockeying for position for long-term success, right? Whatever it is, like if we get in a new cast of ideas or whatever the case may be, then we are on the edge of success. Okay. Long-term success. Again, the wheel of fortune here is telling me that we are headed towards prosperity. Prosperity to me means overcoming situations and circumstances that once held us back. Whether it's internal or external, we are going to prosper. Now, with the combination of cards, I feel like one door is going to open, but then more things is going to happen fast, fast, fast. And then next thing you know, you was like, "Oh, I was just so depressed eating ice cream." And then next thing you know, I got a job, I got a boyfriend, I got a car, I got a puppy. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole new thing. Uh no, this is a reading for her individually, for universe. I feel like the combination of the star card and the wheel of fortune is saying that this level of prosperity can be like a catapult or like a head start to the future. Like we be able to skip some steps if we remain cool, calm, and collected. And then that's going to move us into the full card, right? Because with this new beginning that we've been pushing for, this food card is saying that there's some baggage we're gonna have to let go. Point blank, period. It ain't no way around it. Remember, the food card is zero, meaning that it's 0 point energy, meaning that we have infinite potential to manifest our reality. Since you already know that, right? since that's, you know, that's kind of embedded in your culture, right? Versus in our culture, we believe that the deity give us the power. And in the Eastern cultures, we give the deities the power. But it's a whole whatever. That's a whole different ball game, right? That's a whole different conversation. But I just say that to say you already know that you have the ability, right? So the thing is that how well can you pack light, right? How well can you pack light? That's the question. How well can you put the same thing I said earlier? How well can you prepare yourself for the life that you want? You understand what I'm saying? Because whether it's love, whether it's a job, whatever it is, we're going to get more opportunities. The opportunities are going to come, even if we sit there on the couch. It's the Handsome and something deck. I got to look up the name of it. I tell you. I tell you in a minute. But the opportunities are going to come. My question is: are we going to carry baggage? Are we going to carry the shoulda, coulda, wouldas? Are we going to carry the if, ands, and buts? The us, them, days? The oh man, when is it going to be my turn? Or they always doing me wrong, right? When are we really going to claim our victoryhood? A lot of people have victimhood, but when are we going to claim the victories? Right? When is we going to close the story based on what we want it to be? When is we going to end the story on how we want it to end? Right? And I think this food card is confirmation is saying that you've done enough to have the power to create your own reality, right? Brahman, right? Trimurti, the Godhead, right? You are the Brahman. No, how do I supposed to say it? Not Brahman. How am I supposed to say it? Not Brahman, but I'm supposed to say it a different way. You welcome. You absolutely welcome. What is that? What is that word for the woman? The woman. Oh, the feminine. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm a Brahmin. No, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know the word. You know, man. You know my Hindu and my Hindi and Sanskrit is, you know. I don't know. I thought it was a feminine version of the word, but I just don't know what it is. But anyways, you're welcome. Thank you. Uh, but long story short, the point I'm trying to make is that I got control now, meaning you. You gotta affirm it. You gotta confirm that you in control. You got to confirm that you breaking the cycles that's keeping you locked in, right? You understand the concept of moksha and what's the other word? Moksha and moksha and samsara. Is it samsara? Is it samsara? What am I? Is it moksha? Let me see. I know what I'm talking about. I just can't remember. Where Google at? Because I don't like nothing else but Google. Moksha is the ultimate liberation from samsara. Samsara is the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth again. The key path to Dharma. Dharma, the path. You got to teach me these words then. You got to teach me then, because you know. So yeah, so my thing is that you understand what I'm saying about breaking cycles, right? The hard part is being able to be strong enough s- to see the cycles change themselves. You laughing at me? Listen, I ain't even gonna pretend. Look, I ain't gonna pretend. I know English my first language. I ain't even gonna lie. I just say I just say forgive me and help me. but but yeah though, no. So the whole point I'm trying to get to is that man, if we really want to break the cycles of the I know. But if you really want to break the cycles of the miserable reality and you want to move to a new reality, um if you want to if that's the case, then we got to take control and we got to be honest, right? Yeah, your accent is a little strong, but it's good though. You good as long as you can understand it. As long as you can understand what somebody's saying, then they can help you speak it, but they can't help you understand it because if they don't speak the language, then it's a wrap. You see what I'm saying? But long story short, man, you have the ability to break the cycles. Now, are you going to be strong and disciplined enough to see the cycles break? Or are you going to fall back into the old cycles or the old life? What if they don't they will understand. I don't think you should worry about your accent because in America, a lot of people we deal with people with accents all the time. It might be some words, but like if you go like me, I would understand because I speak to people from North and South India, so I know the accents. In English, please. Is true love for you? Is somebody your true love? You want to know if they're your true love? But it's not easy though. So, I mean, it's easy to stay in the old cycle where you just wake up and you just feel like you just live in the same nightmare over and over. I know it's hard to break the cycle, but like for example, you got somebody like me here who can help. I'm not perfect, but I can help. Well, man, when you resonating with 69, I guess then, huh? Hmm. It's a trap, KP. Don't do it, KP. Don't do it, KP. I gotta resist the temptation, KP. Come on, KP. You can resist it, KP. Don't do it. Just let it go by. Just let it go by, KP. Is Boovish true love for Hannah? Give me 1 second. I'll pull it in a second. You a mermaid? Okay. Okay then. Okay then, little mermaid. Mm-mm-mm. All right, so let's see if this person is the one for you. Let's go ahead and get this out the way real quick. I need to go ahead and take my monthly shower. I ain't took a shower this year yet. What's this, 2026? I don't think I took a shower in 2 years. Hey, people do shit. It's people out here who make money off tarot. It's people out here who shit. It's people out here who make 10, 20, $30,000 a month off tarot. 50,000, $100,000 a month. Some of them channels that get a quarter million views every single day. It's a couple channels out here that that's making money. It ain't like the gossip channels or nothing like that, but it is a few channels out here that is making like lots of money. Like it's there. You just got to be consistent. Well, let's collab. Let's do a podcast or something. Shit, it's there. You only interested in tarot? So you don't want to do anything else? If you make content, you only want to do readings? I like that. It's people, those are the people who's going to be the successful ones. Who the people who's really dedicated. Those are the ones who going to be that's going to make the real money. All right, so the first card we got when you ask is this person the one that says boundaries? No, drawing the line, enough is enough. So it looks like spirit got a very clear message is that you need to get this person out of your energy quick. All right, the second card you have is confirmation that there's a conflict. I think somebody is lying or something like that, but there's a conflict of interest going on, incompatibility, which is a huge thing. But there's some ideological differences. Okay, so yeah, I really feel like whatever this is, take your time and really get to know this person so you can make a sound decision in the future. I'm not going to tell you to look for red flags, but if you see yellow flags, explore them. Ask questions, get clarity. Don't be accusatory. Just ask for ask. Just ask. All right. If you see toxic traits and behaviors, ask questions. Okay. I don't want you to make a harsh, rash decision, but I also don't want you to stay in a situation that's toxic for too long. You understand what I'm saying? Like I want you to do what's best for you, but also do what's best for everybody involved. If that makes sense. All right. So sorry that it took so long to get that reading to you, but bada bing, bada boom, man. Uh, Ten of Cups. You want to see this? Look, Ten of Cups. This is what I've been eating lately. All right. Anyways. I like this camera angle. I need to use this when I'm shaving. Shit, I could fix my beard right here. All right. Anyways, this is what it is. This is what it look like. Mm, I love it. One of these. This the candy. This my Valentine's Day gift for all the ladies. It's strawberries. It's strawberries and cream. Hold on, let me go in the bathroom real quick. Let me see something, cause I couldn't see that shit in the mirror. The sugar rush that fast, boy. That candy hit me fast. All right, you take care of yourself, beautiful. Hit me. I don't know how. I don't know how, but hit me up. I don't know how, but hit me up, cuz. You be on Instagram or TikTok? All right, y'all. I've been on live for I've been on live for 2 hours exactly. So let me know. We gonna do a couple readings or what? I don't want everybody to know my Insta. I'm gonna leave it under one of your videos in a minute. All right. I think it's King. I think it's King. No, I don't know what it is. What's up, Hazelnut? Where you been at? My old best friend. My best friend that quit on me. How can I help you, Hazelnut? Damn, I'm sorry about that. Oh, I think the dog walked in the room. You been sleeping? You been sleeping all day? The puppy been sleeping all day. So you just want a general, just a quick love reading? You want the love oracle cards real quick? Uh, I can't remember. Are you single or are you in a relationship? You gotta let me know so I can know how to read the cards. Oh, you single and you're mingling? Shit. Shit. Can I send you my resume? Shit. Oh, I love me some hazelnut creamer in my coffee now. Hold on. Shit. Let me find out you hired. Let me find out you out here hired. Shit, I'm about to put these cards up. You better text me. No, I'm just playing. Shit, you better text me. I'll go ahead and put these cards up. Shit. What's been bad? Your dating experience has been bad? All right, I got a quick little three-piece for you right here. The vibes, like in the groups, like when first meeting people, sound like you dealing with the wrong vibes. If the vibes is off, then you dealing with the wrong people. All right, real quick, uh, I got a couple cards for you. Clinging, holding on, obsessed, and aspire. Memories, reminiscent, dwelling, bittersweet, and then we have shocking, turmoil, and unexpected. So what I'm seeing here with this is that there is some healing that needs to take place with you or a potential mate that you could be dealing with right now, but I think it's you. And the thing is that I think that a lot of us when we go through things, we get shocked, right? There's a shocking that happens. And when that shocking things that happens, once we get shocked so many times, it takes the sting away from being hurt. So because the sting is taken out of being hurt, we don't give the things that we go through proper attention because we so numb to being hurt that we don't think it affects us. It does. It just doesn't physically hurt as bad or as much as it used to, right? So what I'm hearing is that whenever the subconscious gives you something to work on, no, whenever your subconscious give you a memory or a PTSD or a third dimension, like this person remind me of this or something like that, you look at those moments as a catalyst to find something to heal within you. Because if those things stand out to you, then that means that those things are resonating with you and they're not resonating with you on a positive level, they're resonating with you on a negative level. So instead of shocking, what happened was shocking, but you are shocked. One way or another, I feel like you've been frozen in time. And yeah, maybe you still get up and go to work and still go to school, but you can still be stuck mentally, emotionally, etc. And when that happens, our brain get like an anchor. So whenever we experience trauma, we get anchored to that moment because the way the brain works, it only hold on to significant moments. Now, the significant doesn't mean positive and negative. It just has to be significant, right? And so, whether it's good or bad, we got to be able to, again, not be too pessimistic, not to be too optimistic, but to be able to get back to 0 point energy where we can fully operate in our full potential. All right, so I'm gonna pull a tarot card for the best course of action, and I'm gonna go ahead and get on up out of here. So again, just to recap those cards, um we got clinging, memories, and shocking. So how I'm holding on to that is that I mean how what I'm reading is that because of trauma, we are holding on unintentionally or maybe intentionally because we think remembering is going to make us strong. We think remembering is going to protect us from it happening again, and that's not always true, right? We just got to take the information from the memory and leave the emotions behind, okay? And, and what I'm hearing is that again, you're quantumly entangled to PTSD. You're quantumly entangled to something that shocked you, rocked your world, dropped the bomb, earthquake. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, our best course of action. I'm gonna pull one card from best course of action to see where do we go from here. How do we move forward from this? Ace of Pentacles. So right now, what I will focus on is again planting new seeds. The new seeds is not going to be internal. The new seeds is going to be external. Being able to plant the new seeds, you're going to have to be able to analyze yourself objectively versus subjectively, and then build a to-do list, goals, dreams, aspirations built around the new person that you want to be, and not the person who experienced those things. Right? We are the same person, but we just upgraded. We just better now. So now we got to move accordingly. All right. All right. So that's it for me. If anybody got any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. 6 G's in my sock, so I got the roll looted. Right. Hazelnut, I want to thank Universe. I want to thank all of the lovely ladies, all the gentlemen, I don't know what to say, all the handsome gentlemen that came through. Um, Shout out to the Vibe Tribe, man. I wouldn't rather be here. I would rather be here doing this. Hit me up for a follow up, whether it's private or come back and get another reading later, because I'll be live this afternoon. But hit me up for a follow up, and we can do more. But I just wanted to get that one out. All right. So, with that being said, man, it's been an honor and a pleasure to be of service to you all. And I wouldn't rather be nowhere else, but right here, right now, I'm doing what I'm doing. So, if you know what I'm about to say, please say it with me. Peace, love, health, and wealth. Anything else, put it back on the shelf because I ain't buying it, and you better not buy that shit either. And if you do, then you're going to have to come see me about it. Peace and hair grease. Bye bye.